So if you're clicking on this video, don't worry, it's not clickbait. I really did recently say goodbye to my Canon C100 and my Sony PMW EX3. You're probably asking yourself, okay, why? Why would you want to get rid of these amazing cameras? Yes, they're dated by today's standards. These days, people are moving up to 6K, but let's face facts. 6K is definitely overkill. 4K right now is starting to come into its own, and it's starting to become part of the norm. A lot of streaming services are now actually delivering 4K streaming, and that's just because the data rates, despite them being high, we now have the bandwidth with our cable like Spectrum or using something like fiber op like Frontier. So because of that, we can now enjoy 4K movies and 4K videos on YouTube. So now that it's becoming the norm, I knew that I had to keep up with the times here, and which is one of the reasons I upgraded to the Canon C70. Now, as I mentioned before, the Canon C80 has been released, but take away a few of those specs and you pretty much have the Canon C70. So I'm good. So what did I do with those cameras? One, I did sell, and I recouped what I bought for it. So and that's fine. I wasn't really trying to make any more money off of that. My main goal was to make sure that my cameras went to good homes. Make it sound like they're dogs and whatnot. But if you're a gearhead like I am, and you really believe the craft, the art of filmmaking, then you're going to want your babies to go somewhere that are going to get used or at least appreciated as much as I appreciated them. For the Sony PMW EX3, I sold it to a gentleman who is currently attending college and is a film major. Now, he was trying to shoot student films using something like his phone. Now, granted, cell phones have definitely come a long way, but it doesn't feel the same as holding something like a high-end camera. Now, despite things going to 4K and 6K all the way up to 12K, something like 1080 doesn't seem like much these days. But you can still do a lot with 1080p. It's a good starter camera for sure for those who are film students or are looking to get into filmmaking and need to have a full understanding of how to use the manual settings, how to understand what the gain or ISO, have a good understanding of f-stops, the medium of recording, the digitizing things, ingesting it to the computer, and editing with the files that you have. Now, a new generation of students can learn the art of filmmaking properly. Now, the C100. This one was a little bit hard to say goodbye to, but I knew I had to. And there was only one person who I know I wanted to give it to. In my beginning days in YouTube, I did this show called the Flunky and Max Sterling Show. It's where my friend Artie and we would play these obnoxious characters who are always looking to get beer money because they need to get drunk. And in the videos, we would talk about mixing drinks and we would hang out with celebrities. It was a fun time. And Artie is the man who put the camera in my hand. He hasn't made any videos or any movies in quite some time. And I feel that perhaps the reason is because he was limited. So I went to his house and I gave him the Canon C100. It is the Mark I, but I did put the dual pixel autofocus upgrade on, and it works like gangbusters with the lenses that he has. Did a few things on his Facebook, but I'm just hoping that we start to film something together. I do have a question for all those who have followed me since the Flunky and Max Sterling days. Would you want to see a Flunky and Max Sterling feature film? If so, what kind of adventure should we go on? To me, I think the idea I'm throwing around is friends who have drifted apart and for some reason found a way to get back together. And it's like trying to come back into that world and try to find that friendship again because we've drifted apart. I've moved to a different part of the state. I'm like 3 hours north now, over in the high desert, and he's still in San Diego. So we've moved apart. So we haven't really been able to really, get together and really film anything. And I do miss that. I do miss those times. I do miss the ghetto gamers as well. But I've drifted apart from them. I don't even talk to some of these people anymore, and it's sad. But you move on. Friends, they come and go. Artie and me, though, we're brothers, and no matter what we've been through, we've all found a way to just come together again and be brothers. So, I think a film like that, with that premise of strangers finding each other again as brothers, I think would make for compelling story. Now that we have, the C100, the Canon C70, and I still am rocking my Canon C300 Mark I, which is still a beast of a camera, still fire. And I would love to just somehow implement these into something cinematic and just something fun to watch. And it would definitely be a challenge because of locations, but I think it would be fun. I think it would be something that I think you guys would enjoy if you were my followers from the beginning. For all you new followers, I believe I have a playlist on my channel that says the Flunky and Max Sterling Show. I believe there's a few episodes missing, but they're all pretty much there. And a lot of them were shot with, standard def camcorders because back in the day, YouTube was standard definition, 480p, 720p, and now we're at 4K, which is crazy now. Just to think that we've come a long way in such a short amount of time. I started in YouTube back in 2006, 2005, around the time basically when YouTube was pretty much in its infancy, and it's just cool to see how far we've come these days in YouTube, and just as far as creators go and whatnot. I encourage you guys who've started, or go back and watch some of your favorite YouTubers like Happy Console Gamer. You watch his videos from the beginning and you watch how he is now. You can see an evolution where it comes to like his framing or his format. We've all dabbled with different styles, different formats, and then we've come to this overall comfort zone because of the fact that this is what the viewer expects. But I do encourage those who have fallen into that comfort zone to you know try something different. Push it a little bit. It's your channel. If us followers, we like your stuff or we like you, we're gonna watch it. So I hope that I've I hope that this video, this vlog has inspired someone out there to just go out there and just do something. So I leave you guys with the words of Menahem Golan, the founder of Canon Film. Go out there and just do it. Try to do it good, but at least do it. Just do it. Till next time, be true, be you.